Hi everyone, welcome back to Comic Frontline. Jay here with another review. Today I'm reviewing Futures End number 4. It is written by Brian Azzarello, Jeff Lemire, Dan Jurgens, and Keith Giffen. The pencils are by Aaron Lopresti, inks are by Art Thibert, and art consultant is Keith Giffen. Frankenstein returns to S.H.A.D.E to find out who killed Stormwatch. Tim Drake's new life is interrupted by the appearance of Batman Beyond, which allows Lois Lane to figure out who he is. The Key and Plastique recruit Coil in One Last Payday, and Grifter meets Faraday. Frankenstein finds the ant farm to tell S.H.A.D.E he isn't their agent anymore, and they aren't to follow him anymore. Father Time tells him that Amethyst is their newest agent, and that he has to return to S.H.A.D.E because someone or something pulled Stormwatch out of the bleed and killed them. Frankenstein agrees after he learns that someone he has a romantic history with, the mermaid, was with Stormwatch when they were killed. The Atom tells Frankenstein in order to get to where Stormwatch was in time to actually try to solve this case, they're going to have to use the Phantom Zone to travel there. Tim Drake is enjoying his new life as Cal Corcoran, and he's enjoying a run with his new girlfriend Madison Payne, until Tim sees Batman Beyond on the TV on the side of a building, and he runs off after he mumbles something about Bruce recruiting someone else. This allows Lois to figure out that Red Robin is A, alive, and B, he is now living as Cal Corcoran. Now she just has to get him down so she can find out why everything went down the way it did. The King and Plastique are waiting for Coil, who is on parole and is trying to go straight, so they can get him to help him with one last job. They're going after this prize, which they call the Grail, and they tell him that it's actually inside of Terrific Tech. Grifter takes out more Demon Knights and starts to head out, but not before Faraday appears out of nowhere, shoots him in the spinal cord that will leave him paralyzed, and the police will find him and arrest him for being the serial killer that's been going around killing all these people. Of course, the police don't know that these people were actually aliens hiding as humans. Faraday tells Grifter that he has 24 hours to decide if he wants to see things his way or not, and if he does, he can use super science to reverse the damage before he disappears, and then he leaves Grifter on the ground. Now, the story was, I don't know, it wasn't really that good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just an average story. I would have liked more details on certain things. What I did like was that Madison Payne. There's something now. If you know Batman history, you know that Payne is the last name of Clayface. Now, could this be Clayface's daughter? We don't know, because they did mention that his father, and then she starts to say, I don't want to talk about my father, but Tim doesn't say what she thinks he's going to say, and says that, we know that he betrayed the Earth during the war, and he benefited from it, so, and he's in jail for that. So we don't know exactly who her father is, but her father is not a good guy, we know that. But there's two parts of the story that I really didn't, I thought could have been better, it could have been fleshed out more. The Key and Plastique storyline, we weren't told anything about this prize that they were going after and why they were going after it. All we were told is that it was a big score and that it's in Terrific Tech. I would have liked that a little bit fleshed out more, or just save this part for another issue where you could do that, flesh it out more. Same thing goes with the Grifter part. I really felt like I don't know anything about Faraday yet in the story. Like, what does he want Grifter to do? What is his way that he wants Grifter to see things as? We weren't told that. We were just told that there's this guy, Faraday, and Grifter didn't really contact him yet. We just know that he's going after Grifter. So we don't really know what it is, and it doesn't appear like Grifter really knows what it is either, because as far as we know from his internal monologue and all, he does not know Faraday. So I would have liked that fleshed out more. I thought that was those two things were something that really held back the story for me. So I'm going to give the story 3 stars. The art is pretty good. I really like the art. This series has really been good at getting artists that are on board, because you really cannot see that much of a difference with it, which I think really pays really complements the fact that they have an art consultant in Giffen, because I think that he is really organizing these artists, and they're really trying to make it a a rich blending of styles that kind of all looks like it could be one person drawing it, you know? So I really like that. I'm going to give the art 4 stars. Overall, I think the fact that I'm left wanting more story out of 2 of these plot lines, and I just really think that really brings down the score for me. So I'm going to give it 3.5 stars for overall. But I do think you should pick this up, because after reading Forever Evil #7 and seeing how something big is coming, I think that these 3 weekly titles are actually going to all connect, and that they're going to play into that big event that's coming. So if you want on board for that, I suggest that you pick this up, because knowing DC, knowing comic book companies in general, that's what they do. They want you to pick up as many books as possible, and this is their way of doing it. So if you really want to get in on what's going to be happening in DC, the next big thing, well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline, check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.